welcome to the full 42. I almost forgot what I was about to say. Welcome to full 42.
Only Monday.
Yeah, well, I was just like the music was too loud. I had it up too high. So just at the end, I was like, oh, let me adjust and I had my head all up here like it was like a planet on Star Trek, And then I was like, oh, quick, hurry. And I got up here and then I got flustered and forgot what we were doing. But like and subscribe either way. Hey, Alan.
Typical chaos. Hey, Alan.
Welcome to the new time for you.
Yep.
The U.S. and Canada doesn't switch, do they?
I haven't a clue. I wish it would just go away.
Not even all of Canada switches their time. All of the U.S. switches their time, actually. Or some states are just like, nah. Steven, Michael DeVito.
Hey, DeVito. Oh, yeah. I figured it was a little appropriate for the show this evening.
Oh, nice.
How you doing, buddy? How's everything going on your end?
I think this is Monday, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Worked through the weekend. We got a lot of stuff still going for the Critter Kitchen Kickstarter and all that stuff. So it's still going. It's a ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that?
Couple more weeks.
Yeah, it ends. End of next week. Am I saying that wrong? I am saying that wrong. Not end of next week. The end of the week after that. Thursday, 23rd, I think.
So our campaign is going to stop before yours. That's interesting.
Yeah. So you're launching Charcuterie tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
So how are you doing?
Great.
Did Mike just wish that Canada would just go away?
Of course not. That whole time shift thing.
Yeah. We were almost done with the time shift thing. We had the law already, and for whatever reason, nothing can get passed. So that didn't happen. But it's something that everybody wants. I guess some people kind of argue about which way it should go.
Right.
Yeah. Are there people that really like how it is now, the new way? Because it gets dark like at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Yep. It's horrible.
Yeah. It's not fun. I mean, it really isn't. It gets brighter earlier, but that goes away real quick, right? As we approach the longest dark day of the year.
Why is that better? Why is it better to be brighter earlier? We're not farmers. I'm not.
Right. Exactly.
I guess there are some farmers.
Exactly. I think there was twofold from what I remember, and I don't know if it's true or not. But one reason why it happened was for the farmers, and two was for shopping, for people going out and shopping and being able to be lighter later or something like that. So,
Stephen, Mike only works in the darkness. I was born in the darkness. Worst villain for Batman of that series, obviously.
Yeah, that was
although is there any iteration of Bane that I like? I like him on have you seen the Harley Quinn cartoon series on HBO?
No, still haven't.
It's funny.
I think DeVito actually said it was good too, if I'm not mistaken. I like Bane. Series. The comic series where he broke Batman's back was a good Bane. But
sure. I think he got his moment and then he's kind of stuck around too long for that moment. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know how we got in the whole.
I don't know either. Darkness. I don't know.
Yes. So today we're doing top 5. Yeah, I agree. Harley Quinn. It is. We're doing top 5 games about food. I already cheated. Just to let you know.
We haven't even started yet. How'd you cheat?
I cheated because we'll get into it when we get to the top 5 and stuff. We'll talk about some other stuff.
I can't wait.
And then we're going to play Charcuterie.
We are.
Where I'm going to tell you where to put things. And as we were setting stuff up, we already know how this is going to be bad.
Yeah, it's going to be awful. I'm not going to put it where you want. I'm definitely going to place it So we're going to be actually playing because we can get into it later, but like a digital version of this game on platforms currently don't necessarily work because of the sponginess of like Tabletop Simulator and how you're stacking tiles. So we're actually playing a live version, and Chris is going to draft tiles or tell me how to set up piles to be drafted, and then tell me where to place them on his board. So it should be fun.
Lots of confusion. Alan has a question for you.
What did you do with the charcuterie mic?
I think he's asking what were you involved with in the game?
Oh, I thought there was a charcuterie that I had a plan. Or
what did you do with it?
Yeah, what did I do with it? I don't know. Hopefully I made it good. Developed. So it was designed by Whitney and Josh. The art, which is spectacular, which we can get into, and I've already talked about it, was done by Jola. It's beautiful, hand-drawn, amazing stuff. And then me and the team and the play testers that helped me out developed it to make it as great as it can be.
Yeah. So, which you'll see how cool it is. Yeah. I played it at the Gathering, and you said it hasn't changed that much since then, right?
Minor. Couple scoring things. The tiles have shifted sizes a couple times. The board is a little bit bigger. Other than that, it's basically the same as it was back then.
The board got bigger, like the little circle board that you.
Yeah, the player board got a little bit bigger. Yeah, we increased the size of the dips and the grapes a little bit. And although it's a spatial puzzle, trying to fit everything onto your board, the feedback from Gen Con was that it was too challenging, and we want this to not be that challenging for most people. We want it to be more fun and approachable for a lot of people. So we increased the main board, decreased the size of a couple of items just to make it a little bit more.
Oh, you're saying like the placement of where things go was too challenging to like squeeze it all in there or something?
Yeah, fitting in up to 5 players, you're playing with the entire board right out to the border. The 6-player game, you're playing with the inner ring, but it got to be putting 24 tiles on your board got to be a challenge, especially if you were stuck with or drew a lot of the big size tiles like the dips or the grapes. It got more challenging than we wanted it to. And the feedback from Gen Con showed that it was a little bit more challenging than it needed to be. So minor tweaks, minor adjustments, and it feels right.
I had a little bit of a horror story with Charcuterie board just recently, where a friend of mine, I went over to his house. We were went to go play D&D Pathfinder. Went over to his house. He's like, "Oh, don't get lunch because I got this big charcuterie board thing and stuff." I was like, "Oh, cool." So I didn't grab lunch. I went over there and stuff, and I saw it. It looked all nice and stuff. And another player was sitting down, and he was like, "Yeah, let me put this here," and got it. And he was so proud of it. And he turns around to go get something else, and the other player starts coughing and hacking all over it, like not covering. And I see, and I'm like, so I don't touch the, but I can't tell him, like, your whole thing's gone, kind of thing. So I just didn't say anything.
Wow, I would have definitely said something, dude.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I hope he wasn't watching this.
You're DMing that Pathfinder game, correct? Is that the one?
Yeah.
So you just wanted the whole party to get sick with some sort of virus.
I mean, it wasn't like sick cough, but it made me sick. Like I was like, I'm not touching it.
I don't believe it.
I felt bad too.
I'm sure.
What are you doing that? Because then you're like, your whole thing's gone, or yeah, it was you.
Yeah. I would say sorry, like you got if you all wanna, but and now if they're watching, they all know. So
yeah, they don't watch this.
What do they not watch this?
I don't think so.
I was gonna the dude that was causing all the issues, was he the one that was coughing all over it?
Oh no. I'm trying not to like say who they are or anything like that, because I don't want to hurt somebody, but
All right. We don't watch, so it doesn't matter.
It's true. But yeah, other than that, But so we have announcements. Yeah. Other than Luca's painting, what other announcements do we have going on?
I've got 2 other than Luca's painting.
2?
Well, yeah. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock a.m., Charcuterie goes live.
Right.
So there's a link in the description for the follow page. You get notification when it goes live, so please do that. We're up over 1,600. I think we're closing in on or halfway to 1,700, which would be awesome. It goes live. It's only a 14-day campaign, so we're turning this one around really quickly. It's not going to be lost in the shutdown, the New Year shutdown and all that stuff. It's going to be printed quickly and delivered quickly, and turnaround is going to be really nice. 1,693, amazing. I checked this afternoon. It was at 1,655, 1,656, somewhere around there. So that's happening tomorrow, and then for the next 2 weeks, we'll be focused on that. There are, I don't want to say, it'll be a fun campaign. We have stuff planned. We have Sam doing a live play Thursday night. Sam Healy is doing a live play Thursday night.
Nice.
With his wife and somebody else. Sunday, the 12th, I'll be live with Jola, the artist, where she will be drawing something live while we're answering questions and going over like process and showing off the art and stuff like that. So that'll be on Sunday. Not sure of the time. Jola and I are still working out what will be best because she's in the UK. So being 5 hours ahead, we want to make sure it works for everybody. So Friday, Sam.
Is the art hand done or digital?
No, it's hand done and then put in digitally to be shaded and edited and but yeah, she does it all hand drawn watercolor. It's beautiful.
Crazy.
Yeah, I have I might actually be able to show you a picture if I can get it quick enough.
Well, I mean, you're going to show the game in a minute, right?
Yeah, but like a picture of
you have the game box?
I can show this.
Also, are you going to? Do you have a like stretch goals and stuff like that, or are you allowed to talk about that stuff?
No, the stretch goals are all going to be component heavy, like linen finish and stuff like that to make the board thicker and make it more tactile. We didn't want to hold anything back. So there's no like more recipe cards or more food that's going to be added in. It's all in the game. So we're launching it with everything that we had in the game already. The only real stretch goal will be the cheese bag. Instead of it being a normal kind of tile reaching in bag, it'll have a cheese pattern on it. And that's been something for those that are watching or those that have known the year and year plus that I've been working on this. The main thing was getting a cheese bag in there. So that'll be the biggest stretch goal. Nice. Here's an image if you want to share that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's a couple of the food items from the game before they were made into.
You could have just taken pictures of food at that level of.
I'll tell you. I'll show you a couple of things when we get into the game. I'll bring up to the camera a couple of the things. Yeah. And some of the items are just bonkers.
That's funny.
They're all great, but like the strawberry, the orange slice, they just look amazing. Wow. Even the meat, like looking at it, she is tremendous at what she does.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah,
kind of making me hungry.
She's great. That's what most people say is it makes them hungry. So yeah, that's one. So we got a couple things planned throughout the campaign. The thing on Thursday with Sam, the thing on Sunday with Jola. Ruel is going to be doing a play. We have the How to Play from Jenna at the Board Game Garden going up. We have Jamie and Jeff from Foster the Meeple doing a play. We have Lance from Learn to Play doing a play. So we have a lot of things that'll be part of the Kickstarter page and then stuff that'll come out throughout. But for stretch goals and component wise, everything's already in the game. We're hitting those stretch goals to make the game better, right? Component wise better, not adding more tiles or adding stuff like that. So
cool. Yeah. This will be fun. What time do you launch?
What
time do you launch?
11 a.m.
You're 11 a.m. to my 12 p.m.
Real time 11 a.m.
Central 12 p.m. real time.
No, it's
Real
10.
time.
You go backwards. You're going the other way.
Okay, so 10 real time Central.
Nope. 11 real time. 10 year
Sometime tomorrow.
No. So there's that, and then the other thing I lost. I don't remember what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, there were two.
Well, you got Lucas painting.
I got Lucas painting.
You talking about next Monday's thing? Or are you doing a let's play?
That was the other thing. Okay. So I did remember something else I wanted to mention, which was really cool. Bailey, who watches the show, is local, has been, and a bunch of other people with the Syracuse Society, had a fundraiser. The 24-hour Extra Life Day was on Saturday. It started at 10 a.m. and went till Sunday 10 a.m. They hosted it at the Museum of Intrigue and Destiny, which is a phenomenal place. If you're local, check them out. Jono and the whole team just does. It's like an escape room on steroids. But the whole team does an amazing job there. But they hosted the event there, and they raised, I don't know what the final tally is, so if Bailey's going to pop in and say it, but I know it was over $1,000 that they had raised just from the event on Saturday. So just a big shout out to them and what they're doing over there. And then the other announcement before the Luca painting was next Monday. We know what we're doing. This far in advance, we know what we're doing next Monday.
It's crazy.
It's pretty nuts. So we're going to have Sean Jockerman back on from Kids Table Board Games, and we are going to play Wasabi. KTBG is doing a reprint of the older game, I think by Z-Man, called Wasabi. I loved it. It's a fantastic game. I don't know what they've done to it yet, but I'm looking forward to playing it next Monday with Sean on the show.
And I'm going to spend the entire episode trying not to do the Wasabi joke from 1990s.
What's the Wasabi joke?
Where people go wasabi, that long wasabi, the commercial.
It's what's up, not wasabi.
Yeah, but at one point someone's got wasabi. They go wasabi, that's part of the thing that they're, yeah.
I didn't know that at all.
Well, now that I said it, I don't have to do it next time.
Good, yeah, now don't do it.
I'll do it.
Perfect. All right, and then the other thing is Lucas painting.
Yes. So every month or every week, every show. My brain's scattered right now.
This is number 40.
Oh, so we're going back in time.
This is the 40th one on the show. This is the 40th.
Oh, the 40th one you're showing. Okay.
Yeah.
So your son, who's almost 2?
Just turned 2 on Thursday. This past Thursday.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Luca.
Thank you.
Nice. So just turned 2. Is a painter, and we like to look at the paintings and try to figure out what it is we're looking at. More like a Rorschach thing. Like, what do we see, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's dive into our minds.
This one is from this past September 28th. Thank you, Stephen. I will pass along the birthday wishes. And this is today's.
Ooh. I like the colors. It's very aqua, like underwater. Makes me want to see like a submarine, and it's got tentacles wrapping around it.
That's cool. I like that one. That's dark, but yes.
Well, lots of dark things happen under the ocean.
This is true.
Yeah, that's what I see. Wasabi. Wasabi.
Come on, Dave. Yeah, I like this one. I like the little hint, like there's a little bit of purple up on top.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That was shaded through.
Yep.
Yeah, so Luca it's watercolor, so I hand him I'll usually let him point at the dry slabs of color to pick a couple colors. Sometimes I'll just give him colors that I'm feeling. But he'll take the brush and just do some strokes. And I like that it's more than just slashes now, right? Like there's arcs going on and
alien spaceship beaming things up.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's good. I see the Eye of Ra.
Oh yeah. I could see that. Yeah. It's got an extra little thing on it, but
it's like a flag up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the submarine with the tentacles going around it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What's that?
Cool.
Yeah, it's just a 4x4 canvas.
Turn it sideways. It- This is already going bad. We haven't even started playing charcuterie.
You mean rotate it? Are you trying to get me to
Rotate it.
Which way?
Turn,
Clockwise?
rotate, same thing. I was just seeing if I could see anything different from it. I
That
still
looks
see the submarine.
That looks like the Pikmin bug. If it had more legs.
Yeah.
Bugs. Nope, I went that way already.
Alan sees a blue robot on the right.
Yeah, now I can't unsee that this is a cockpit and it looks like there's somebody in there and it's like some sort of ship or something. That's good.
Yeah, I can't unsee the submarine with the tentacles wrapped around it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's today's a nomination. Nope, not nomination.
Painting.
Yeah, today's painting is fine.
Rorschach thing.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we're gonna do top 5 games about food.
Right.
So
how exactly you cheated?
I cheated in the fact that I don't have a lot of games that I like that are about food. So some of my games have food in them that is part of a mechanism. I didn't go just like, oh, there's a drawing of it over here, so it fits. I made sure it had something to do with food, but I can't say all of these are about food.
So it's like where you have to feed your workers kind of thing?
No. I stayed away from feed your worker once too.
Okay.
Well. I mean, I didn't focus on that. Let's say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you didn't include like DeVere's new game, The White Castle, because there's a food franchise called White Castle, and that's
no, I didn't do that. I haven't played it yet, so I only put games up here that I played, so I could talk about them. So.
Got it. Yeah, I played all of mine.
I think it's very rare that I ever pick a game that. Unless it's a list of games that Stone Age. See, that's what I didn't want to do. Like I didn't pick like Zolkin just because there's corn in it.
Right.
It's got to be like something about a meal or
Right.
So we'll argue about it later.
Great, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so let me present things and set things up and all that stuff. All right. So here's the good old BGG, which is what we like to use to show off the stuff. So starting with our number 5.
Well, so I obviously a caveat.
Oh, you have caveats?
Yeah, wasabi I would put on this list because it is. I adored the game. The game is fantastic. I have talked about 1 or 2 of these in previous episodes in another topic, but I would have put wasabi on here. But since we're doing wasabi next week, I did leave it off.
A couple more caveats. Obviously, charcuterie. I'm guessing you didn't put on your list.
I did not.
Yeah, because it's your game. And then Critter Kitchen, same thing. Didn't put it on my list because it's, kind of cheating to put games that you're working on there. But, plus we're talking about them in the museum. Yeah.
Same reason we kind of stay away from, unless I have a good opportunity, talking about Troubles for you and talking about Batman for me. So, or Arkham.
Yeah, unless something like really fits. And to be fair, Critter Kitchen really fits for this. And so does charcuterie. It's literally food on. Yeah. Right. So let's just say those are zeros, and then here's our 1 through 5s or 5.
They are clearly the best of the lot.
Oh, clearly the best. Just chef's kiss best. Yeah.
Sure. Right. Well,
all right. So number 5. What do you want to go first, or you want me to throw my number 5 out there?
Why don't you go first? I think I went first the last couple.
All right. I will throw my number 5 out there. Maybe I'll be able to stomp on one of yours. I think this is the only one that we would possibly have a crossover with. And this one is about food. It's Sushi Go.
No.
Do you not like Sushi Go?
I have a better entry for that one.
Or is it Sushi Go Party? Is that what you have?
Don't ruin it. Just talk
Same
about
thing.
Sushi.
Same thing. I haven't played the party one or whatever, so that's the one I picked. Is the one that I have. This is kind of like saying you know. Yeah. This is kind of like saying, Ticket to Ride and stuff like that. At this point, I feel like everybody's kind of been exposed to it, but if you haven't, it's a very simple card passing game where what's that mechanism called where you
Drafting?
pick a card drafting. There you go. Card drafting game, picking up the different. Well, brain's not working tonight. Picking up the different games and matching them and making points in different ways. Right. Cute artwork. It's about sushi. This is not what it looks like at all. I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of this is. None of this. None of that is it.
Well, it's a different version,
There
right? Like Sushi Go that we played is different. There's another edition of it.
Okay. Well, this is the edition I have. So that's the edition that is my number 5.
Cool.
But yeah. Cute little stuff. Fun game. Always like playing it. Yeah. And it's the lightest game and probably the only one that you can totally say is 100% about food. That's all my life.
No.
Oh, no, that's not true. I have another one that you can't argue isn't about food.
Oh, you mean yours? That yes.
My list. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
all right, so I'm going to one-up you on this one.
Okay.
My number 5 is going to be Sushi Roll.
Sushi Roll. Okay, well, I haven't played that one, so
I think Sushi Roll is better. I think it's not as challenge. It doesn't add more of a challenge to the game. It's just the dice, and the way the conveyor belt works with the dice is really cute. You're just drafting dice based on set collection rather than drafting cards, and then the dice are going to the next player, so you can look at what's coming. You don't really, although you are rolling, so things can change from round to round. It just, I think it's a tighter game. I like it better.
Well, I can't argue against you since I haven't played it, but it looks cute and stuff. I imagine it's just kind of like Public, though, isn't it? If you see all the dice.
You get to keep stuff and then hope that you get to roll some other things, and you have reroll tokens, and the menu tokens will let you reroll, and there are ways to help mitigate bad rolls, but you're hoping that you'll get you got a wasabi on 2 of the 6 sides or whatever it is, and you're hoping that, all right, I'm going to draft these dice because I see a couple extra red coming my way, so I might be able to get more points out of it. But then you roll into it and it doesn't go your way, so you try and re-roll.
Okay.
So you can see the color that are coming to you, but it's not necessarily the same things, right? Like my hand of Sushi Go cards will go to you and possibly come back to me as the same cards. These, you can see that there's an X amount of blue or X amount of red, and you can all right, well, if I go for this, I need to get at least 1 more green die, and in 2 turns, I'll have at least 1 more green die, so I can kind of hedge my bets that I'll roll it into something, and I have some mitigation in bad rolls. I guess that makes it sound a lot more complicated than it really is, but it's not.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'd give it a try. Definitely.
So, if you like Sushi Go, I would. This is definitely worth a shot.
Nice. I don't know if you won up to me.
I think Sushi Go is inferior.
Yeah, but we don't always agree, so you probably didn't one up.
Not at all.
Okay. That means we're going to our number 4, and complexity for me is about to. Do you want a snake? You go again, and then I go.
We can.
Yeah. Why don't you do your number 4 next?
Cool. Then I'm going to go right out of the chat on something that Steven said before you do. Downtown Farmers Market is fucking fantastic.
Well, I can't say it because I've never played it, but you have talked about it before.
Oh my god, the game is super, super fun, and it's definitely puzzly, but it's not. You're up and playing it in 30 seconds. Like there's not a huge rule set. You get 4 tiles that are double-sided, and you're going to put them across the top of a 4x4 grid, and then you're going to get another 4 tiles that are double-sided, and you're going to put them down the left side of a 4x4 grid. And over the game, you're going to draft 16 tiles. There's a certain rule with 2 players where you get to be really nasty and remove a tile that the other person might want. But what you're trying to do is trigger each one of your rows and columns goals, right? This row needs 2 corn and a milk. This row needs to have no bread. This row needs to have 7 of the same symbols. So you're drafting your tiles from the market, and then you're putting them into your 4x4 grid. And you're just doing that you're drafting a tile 16 times, and then you're trying to trigger as many of those goals as possible. Super great, super fun. They just redid it with a different theme. Is it sci-fi or underwater? I forget what the new theme is, but this was the first one I played. I haven't played the new theme, and this game is it's solid all around. It's super fun. It's really easy to get to the table, really easy to teach.
It's sci-fi food or underwater food?
It's some other set collection kind of thing. It might be underwater food. It's just different types of seaweed and kelp. I have no idea.
I actually like nori.
Actually, go back to the main page of this. What does it say? Go to the main. Yeah, the main. What does it say up top? Does it say re-implemented by?
I don't see that.
Right above.
Yeah. By Lost Seas.
That's it. Click on that. Yeah. If food's not your gig. So this is the re-theme. Still blue orange, and blue orange is one of the games, one of the companies we've talked about. Anything they put their logo on, I'm getting. I've never been disappointed by a blue orange game yet. So I assume this plays the same way it looks like it does, with the 4 on top, 4 on the left, and then you're drafting tiles for some other reason, but it plays the same way. So if you're not into farmers markets, which you should be because you're supporting local, why wouldn't you? This could be another one you get.
I one up you. Yeah, that'd be funny. No, I'm gonna one up you with something that's maybe just one little step up in complexity.
Okay.
With Feast for Odin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, you can't argue this one isn't about food. It's called Feast for Odin.
It's definitely about food, but
collecting lots of it. This is the one that you have to feed your people, which is not a big, you have to convince me whenever there's a game about feeding your people that the rest of it is so good that I'll accept that mechanism. And this one is.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, though. I actually like Caverna more than Feast for Odin. And a lot of people will go for this one more. But I still like it a lot, though. And, of course, you get the little different kind of meats and stuff. They have all the different... I guess that's all the pictures they have. Oh, here we go. Yeah, all these different pieces that you can't see. All right. Well, that's fine. Don't show the food then.
This game.
There's non-food, more food.
It's a heavy game, but it's a good game.
I mean, I think there's a lot to it, but I don't actually think it's heavy. Like I would say heavy medium, at least. I mean, it's just worker placement.
It is, but you're figuring out when to go for the stuff. If people are going to get it before you, can I get it before you? There's a lot more to it than it looks. I guess it looks heavier than it really is, but there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, I mean, what we're showing right here on the screen, those are all the things you can put your workers on.
Yep.
And, the most complex thing is that if you want to go on this first row, you put down 1 worker, the second row takes 2, the next one takes 3 and 4, right? And you only have a certain amount of workers, obviously. But so that's the bit more heavier, crunchier part of it. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, has to do with food. Sure. What was that?
It's not Sushi Go, that's for sure.
Yeah, a little bit of a leap.
Yeah.
Keep picking stuff as thrown back then. Yeah, you know what? I stayed away from. I had it on my need to learn shelf for a long time because I thought, I imagined this was going to be a big thing to learn. It was really easy. There's a lot to the rule book, but it's and just like his other games, it's very kind of easy to breeze right through. It's a lot of pages, but it's not a hard thing to grok. So yeah. I would argue that Caverna is even more heavier than this one.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. I like what Caverna does with the moving board.
Yeah, adds the things to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 4.
Good pick.
That leads me to my number 3. Okay, here's one where you might not. Well, actually, I don't know if you've played it or not.
Here's where the argument comes.
We've talked about you playing. So it's not about food. I will say that. But there is food in it.
The name of the episode is Top 5 Games About Food.
Yeah, and it says it below. That's where I said I cheated a little bit.
Okay.
So I put Sleeping Gods on here because you get different stuff and there are recipes that you can make, and it's different food, and it gives you different things that you can do. But that's just one part of the game.
So the main part of this game is about recipes and making food. I get it. Okay.
No, it's not. That's that's the part where maybe it doesn't quite fit, like I might need to click for a while before we find one of those recipe cards, but it is from the beginning you have it and you get more throughout the game.
Are there food tiles that you can show, like food bits?
Yeah. See, look, here you go, right there.
Oh, fucking pancakes. That's
yeah.
Good.
See, making pancakes, and those are the recipes and stuff. There's see food tokens right there. Sure. So it's part of the game. Mm-hmm. And you can buy new recipes that give you more things you can do with your actions and pieces and stuff. It's a chunk of the game, a minor chunk, but a chunk. And you start with it. It's not like something that you might not run into or something. You start with a few of those. So,
yep. Bailey,
it's food.
Where were you? I talked about you earlier.
Oh no, Miss Mustard. How is Sleeping Gods is amazing. That's why I made it on this list, despite its minor usage of food. I've been wanting to play it again recently. I haven't gone into the expansion stuff because every time I dive into it, there's still base stuff that I haven't done. And I backed the new second expansion thing that I hope doesn't get here on time or at least waits a while because I still have the old stuff to still go through. Gotcha. But
yeah, I still need to play this one.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. I mean, and for me to like a cooperative game, it's got to be good.
Right. That's true. That's a good point.
It's not even a cooperative game with a trader, which is normally my only caveat to play.
Right.
But yeah, this is as close to an RPG I've ever felt a board game make it to successfully. What's going on? What? Oh. I'm not saying these are new rules. I'm saying I might have bent the rules a little bit.
Sure. Nope, that's the wrong one. I want to talk about this. Bailey, I mentioned the Extra Life event that you were a part of, and I didn't know the exact amount that was raised over the weekend. I knew it was over $1,000, but I didn't know what it was. But I talked about how great it was and all those things.
See, okay, but in Catan, you can't make cereal with wheat. And here, you can make pancakes with wheat.
So you heard it here. Sleeping Gods is a game about food.
Partly. Yeah. Sleeping Chefs, Gods, same thing.
Is it Tim? Hi, Tim.
That was the bendy one that I threw in there.
All right, we'll see how many other bendy ones you have. Tim, how was the Notre Dame game? Did they get crushed? All right, so yes, good. That's a good pick, I guess.
You won't know till you play it.
I won't. I guess I won't.
All right, what's your number 3?
I don't know where to go with this after you threw that curveball.
If you had them in order like I do.
No. Yeah, your order is shit.
No, my order is from least to best.
That's not what you said a couple weeks ago when you said number 5 is the best.
What? I didn't say that.
Please help me out, chat.
No. That was not talking about a list. We were talking about a scale of 1 to 10. When someone says on a scale of 1 to 10, blah, 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 10 is always best.
Yeah, but that's not what that conversation was about.
Yes, it was. You came in and said, so on our list, when we do top 5, your 5 is your best, which is not what this is.
It's not.
2 different things.
Okay.
Anyway, you're throwing old arguments into this that don't.
Oh, there you go. That's a game about food, Steven. That would count.
See, I knew. You're inbred.
All right. Oh man, I don't know where I want to go with this one.
I mean, you have them written down, right?
I know, but I don't know how do I follow up a game that's not about food with a game that's about food? It's just going to be hard to do.
It had food. There were recipes in it.
It had food. It's not about food.
Pancakes.
It did have pancakes.
Pancakes are food.
All right. I'm gonna. This is out of left field, and I don't know how many people have even touched this one.
That's good. Done.
Donner Dinner Party is good. It's on beside the Yep. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah, if you like brains.
Sure. All right. I'm gonna go with Bugs in the Kitchen.
Okay. No, that's not about food. That's about bugs.
But the bugs are getting the food that are in the kitchen.
I don't like that one.
Yep. You're moving forks and spoons, trying to get the bugs out of your kitchen before they spoil the food.
You're just trying to match the complexity of Feast for Odin at this part.
Yes, I sure am. So it's super cheesy, but it uses one of those hex bugs that when you turn, it's battery powered, and when you turn on, it's got those legs that make it seem like it's moving.
Vibrates.
And then on your turn, you're rolling a die and moving up a bit in the kitchen, one of those forks or knives or spoons or whatever. And the objective is to get the bug to go into your opponent's trough, whatever's going on their side of the board. And then you do that a certain amount of times. It's stupid fun. Laughed every time I've played it, and it does lend itself really well to a drinking game. Just saying.
Which is also food?
Exactly.
I don't see any food here.
You're in a kitchen.
Yeah, but I don't see food.
You're protecting the food.
Where's the food?
On the other side, you got to get one of the sides of the board where the bug goes into.
All right, let's go through a lot of images to finally get to the food. Oh, that one glows in the dark.
That's cool as shit. What is that one? I want that one.
That must be this one.
Yeah, I want that one.
Is there food there? I don't see.
Zoom in. Oh my god, these pictures.
Yeah, no food. Disqualified.
Yeah, Big gods. So yeah, the game, it's still out there. I still see it. I don't think it's really hard to get. It's got, if you go back, it's got a couple different like suggested starting things. That looks a little different. But yeah, it starts. So the way that the map is set out, the maze is set out, you roll your die and then you start moving the things, and it creates this very hectic, very quickly roll and quickly move a thing. So you want it to go around and get back to your opponent's section. It's super fun.
Good. Yeah, no food though.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
and those little fork things turn.
That's the whole objective is you're creating the maze for the bug to go to the other side.
That's my number 6, Steven.
It's garbage. It's play
not. It's not.
Yeah, so they rotate. You can rotate them. You rotate them 90 degrees. So you're creating passageways, and it's like a hedge maze.
Just like real forks.
Correct. And then you're trying to get the bug to go to the other side, and then for you're trying to protect your side and get it to go the other way. It's fun, but it's quick. It's hectic. It's like real time. Like you're rolling fast and you're moving the stuff as quickly as possible.
Cool. All right, then what's your number 2?
All right, we're going back to back. I gotta do it. I
don't see any food.
There's food in the troughs. I'm almost. It doesn't matter. There's food on the side of the box.
That's a crushed can.
It looked like.
Maybe if you're a goat.
It looked like a cut radish.
Okay. There's a cut radish. I think there's an apple core on the side.
There you go. Food. All right. I got it. All right. So I got my next 2. I'm going to go with, and I've talked about it on the show before, I'm going to go with Safranito. They redid it recently as hibachi. I don't think it's as good as the original. Mario has
How do you
turned
spell it?
Safran. Ito?
RAN?
Yes. Like saffron?
Ah.
Saffronito? Nope.
What?
Nope. That's Saffredino.
That's the same thing.
Nope.
Saffron.
There it is. So hibachi does similar things. I don't think it's. I think they changed too much of it. I think the original is better. Go to the board, but the board, the frame of the board is raised a little bit, and what you're given are these clay composite poker chips that have a hole in the center.
Hmm.
And on your turn, depending on the number of players, you take one of the chips that are numbered 10 to 50 or 10 to 60, and face down, you kind of toss it onto the board, and you're trying to get into one of the 9 different ingredients that are on the board or one of the 4 special actions that are near the center of the board. And then depending on who's in what ingredient section, you'll flip them over, and whoever has the highest value will get to go first. You get to sell your ingredients first. Then you get to pick based on whoever has the highest. So it's a little bit of bluffing. Did I throw my 60 out there? Did I only throw my 10 out there? But along the way, you're trying to knock the poker chips out of where you think people want to go. So if I think you might need ginger because there's a face-up ginger card or a recipe that needs ginger, and you toss something in a ginger, I might try and toss my poker chip to knock you out of there. Or use one of the 4 middle actions to get first player or draw another card or any of those kind of things.
You were kind of heavy dex this time.
Yeah, definitely heavy dexterity.
Yeah.
Almost did Paku Paku, but which is also dexterity, but Bugs in the Kitchen won out. So yeah, it's one. It's harder to get. I think it's better than hibachi. That's just me.
Ooh.
Same concept, right? Like
fighting worms.
Saffronito is no longer in print, so hibachi was redone. That's the only real difference. But I think they add, kind of like what I was talking about with Fireball Island. Like the original is just stupid fun, and they tried to make it more. I think this is it's kind of the same thing. Cool. But it's got cute art, so I think it's more approachable. With
you had this for a different list. I remember. I can't remember what it was. Was it Dex? It might have been.
It might have been Dexterity.
Yeah. Ah, cool. Yeah, I haven't played that one. I know. Haven't played that one either.
I mean, play hibachi. I'm sure it's not that much different. I played this one so much that I just can't get into hibachi because it just makes me want to play this one.
All right. All right. So now the last one, you could argue not about food. This one, half about food. Okay. Half, at least half. Food's even on the cover this time. And it's Grand Austria Hotel. So one half is about getting in the room, but the other half is serving them cake and strudel and wine and what's the other thing? Is it just wine? That's all they drink?
I think it's wine. I'll go with you on this one. It almost made my list too.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I didn't because it was only half food. It wasn't really about food. So
it's about food. See, that's the wine. Looks just like it. And cake.
It does.
Yeah. There's little tables where you're serving them.
Yeah, they cut that cake in such perfect cubes. It's amazing.
Yeah, that would be cute, actually. The food prep thing made me think of it, So, is it about food? Some of it's about food. So it's less bendy rules than my last one.
Yeah, I'll give you that for sure.
But I love Grand Austria Hotel. This is my favorite. The kind of games where you roll dice and then that kind of determines the actions that everybody can take. This is my favorite version of that. And there's a few games now that do stuff like that, but this one is still the one I always come back to.
Cool.
We'll get some argument about hibachi over there.
What's Jeremy saying?
So they're exactly the same.
Oh, see, whatever. I don't think it's exactly the same. But.
I put Flamecraft, by the way. I did think about it because of the baking of the bread and stuff. I put that right next to Critter Kitchen, and I don't put it in my thing because I worked on it. Blah blah blah. Although I didn't actually work on it, but I do work for the company. I worked on the Kickstarter.
Yeah, Flamecraft is a good one for games about food for sure.
I mean, you're cooking meat and bread and stuff like that in it. So
yeah, you got a couple different shops that offer edibles.
Edibles. But yeah, Grand Austria Hotel.
Good pick.
Nice.
Good pick. That's your number one.
That's my. Oh, you want to know what my number one?
Oh, that was your number two. Right.
That's my number two. Yeah. Now we're gonna do number one. So this one you can't argue isn't about food, and it's been mentioned quite a bit in the chat. I just haven't popped it up. It's Food Chain Magnate. In fact, I know Lucky Duck in a week from now, 8 days from now, is going to come out with their new version for it. I've never gotten my hands on this version. I've only played it at conventions because it, was like $120 for a really crappy looking game. And it is, as a graphic artist and illustrator, I couldn't bring myself to buy the game because of the way it looks. But the new version that Lucky Duck is coming out, oh man, it looks so good. So I'm 100% on that. But yeah, but the gameplay itself surprised me. I mean, this is the artwork that you're looking at, right? Uh-huh. The gameplay itself surprised me. It was just really, really deep. I mean, this is the heaviest game I've shown. It's a heavy one. It's brain burning, and it is. You really feel like you're running a business at the end of it. But there were so many possibilities to it. I just wanted to play it more and more. So this is the first thing that popped in my head as far as like a heavy game that had the food in there and stuff. So, so yeah, Food Chain Magnate. You are running a fast food restaurant, basically. Yeah, and that's literally what the game looks like. That's not a prototype.
It's ugly. It is ugly.
It is. But the new one coming out, oh, that looks gorgeous. The pictures I've seen so far, anyway.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
That's a deep one. That's a heavy game.
Probably one of the heaviest. Yeah.
Definitely about food.
Definitely about food. And yours?
Yeah, it has to be what Bailey has already talked about.
Which one? A la carte?
A la carte is one of my most favorite games. It's super fun. It's got that element. I've talked about Sheriff of Nottingham with the snap of the bag and how it's
I got several versions of this, by the way.
There's one. It's A space LA space.
Yeah, so I got a 1989 version of it. That it?
That's the one.
You brought that one up before.
Yeah. So the Sheriff of Nottingham snap of the bag is one of the coolest moments in like mechanisms and sounds in games. I don't know what you want to put there, but when that snap happens and you realize you're fucked, it's great. With Magic Maze, that red thing that people keep slamming in front of you all the time, which they shouldn't do, but it's so infuriating when you have no idea where to go and someone keeps slamming it in front of you. This game, you get 3 actions on your turn. You get to roll a die and hope you get some benefit to turn up your pot so you can cook things. You can draw these coffee cups to be more focused and get more stuff. Or you take one of those things right there and you give it a shake. And a shake is like you literally take it and you go 1. And depending on what comes out of it into your pan, you're trying to get the ingredients correct for your recipe in order to earn points. In each one of those, there's salt. Salt is not necessarily great. You can also over season your dish. So if there's 3 or more of an ingredient in your pan, it's ruined. It comes with a stove that you put together and a pan, like an actual like aluminum pan that you put on your stove. I wish you had better pictures. There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a clip there like that.
There you go. Yeah, so it's a 3D stove with a dial for heat, and then it comes with a pan. And what they're trying to do there is put a yellow and a red, and then have their stove at 0. And if you can do that, then you get points. And if you can do it perfectly with no extra ingredients, you actually get a star, which is worth more points. But the only way to turn up your dial is by rolling the die. Sometimes the die result will have everyone's oven or everyone's stove turn higher. The game's just, it's super fun. It's well put together. Like the component, it actually has a pan. Like it's really cool. I know.
And no longer in print, right?
No, it is. I think they did a reprint. It's not as hard to find. It used to be as hard to get. But I think they were doing a reprint, or they did a reprint. Somebody did a reprint more recently. So you should be able to get a copy of it. I think there's a new edition of it.
This isn't the new one?
No, nope. What the hell is that? That is not the game I'm talking about. No one cut that to make it look like this is my number one. Get that off the screen.
Oh, that's funny. I saw that pop up.
No, go back to the original a la carte, like the main page, and see if it says something on top about it being re-implemented. Or nope, nothing there.
Not re-implemented. No.
Oh yeah, that game. It's. I try and grab a copy every time I see it in a flea market or anywhere. I can grab a copy. It's super fun. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good one. And yes, it was back when Fantasy Flight made better games. That's a point of contention because they still do make pretty good games, but
depending.
Yeah, a la carte's great, and it comes with so the action tools. There are 3 spatulas, and what you do on your turn is when you do an action, you give the player to your left a spatula. So it keeps track of how many actions you've done because you can't shake that shaker multiple times. It's one shake. Like you can do whatever you want with it, but as soon as you turn it over your pan, that's a shake. So you got to keep track of how many actions you do. Like it's just there's a dessert expansion. It's really cool. Those are the spatulas. So you just hand one off as you take an action.
I thought those were glasses at first.
Yeah, they look like them. Yeah, they made the dessert expansion afterwards. You can get
it. 20 years later.
Can't be that hard to get.
Huh?
Maybe it is. I don't know. But it's
pretty cool. Game. If I had paid attention to your past list, I probably would have been able to guess that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's super fun. That and Safranito, I would play anytime. They're great. There's also one, I do want to mention one that I think is kind of clever. It uses a phone app, which I'm not always happy about, but they do it really. You have to do it with this one. It was an original game called The Soviet Kitchen Unleashed that they recently redid as Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. Look it up.
Okay.
Look it up. The Soviet Kitchen Unleashed is definitely better. It's more off the wall and bonkers. But they redid it as Monster Yummy Tummy. And the idea is there are these monsters that you need to feed. You have a hand of cards, and what you're trying to do is mix your colors to be as close. That's the Soviet one. You're trying to mix your colors to as close to the monster color as possible, but everyone can only contribute one color. And you hold this QR code over your phone. It reads the QR code. It knows what color it is. And then when everyone submits the color, it blends the colors. And depending on how close you are to the actual monster color, you'll get a certain amount of points. And you're trying to, move through scenarios or move through levels. It's real. So like those colors right there are clearly, like the orange and the purple and the green. And depending on what monster comes up, you're trying to get like this off blue or, slightly pink monster. And depending on what you have in your hand, some of the you need to match that color of monster. And then depending on what you have in your hand, you might have some wilds. You might have some cards that certain monsters you can't play. You can't play 2 of the same wild card or 2 of the same whatever card. But like it's super clever. The Yummy Yummy one is out now. You can get it. The Soviet one is hard to find. but it's super clever. It's super fun. It's very easy to play at a bar in groups. Like, it's just fun.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a good one. So I'll throw an extra one in there. I usually have some extra up my sleeve, but whatever.
You usually do.
Yeah.
My extra was already pointed out, point salad. But I figured you'd probably put it in your list because you love it so much.
Love it. It's one of my favorites.
I actually didn't put it in there because even though the whole thing is about food, it doesn't feel about food. It just feels like about making points, which is why it's called point salad, aptly named.
It has nothing to do with food.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it on the list.
It could be anything. It's still. I do
and it will be. There's a city one coming up, right?
It's out. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, I haven't played it yet either. Need to get it. Cool. So do you want to play Charcuterie? And
play Charcuterie.
Make this thing happen. So let's see.
Let's hit B. Marker created. Oh shit, look at that.
Okay. There's like a new thing that we can do. I don't think you're supposed to tell people that you're marking.
I just wanted to see if it did. No, so I guess with StreamYard, and Tim, if you're still watching, with StreamYard, I guess there's a new feature that when you want to make a marker in a video, you hit the letter B.
Now I made a marker.
It's easier for you to get back to that moment. So, like, if certain things happen, like Mike draws something in Monstrosity that's atrocious and everyone's hysterically laughing, you can hit B and it'll be easier for you to like mark that later. So
I made another marker.
Yeah, so you can make markers along the way as we do different things now. So it works. It actually works. That's good.
What if I just make a lot of markers?
You're just going to make work. Future you is going to hate current you, just so you know.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, when I got into the studio today with Chris, there was an image. It's like, you can now make markers. You have to be live when you're doing it. But all you do is you hit the letter B on your keyboard and it makes a marker. I don't know what it's going to look like on the back end and what that does or how easy it is to get back to them, but that's a new feature.
Maybe you'll put timestamps in it or something.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, well, I'll make a new marker.
Oh, that'd be easy. It'll be easy to make timestamps in the YouTube video later on. If you
just messed up my other marker. Hold on, let me make a new marker.
So we're gonna play Charcuterie, the board game now.
Right. There you go.
Perfect.
All right. So there's a button I'm supposed to hit. That's not it. Up. That's the wrong button. Ah, there we go. That's the wrong button.
Also the wrong button. Right. I'm so happy you made a marker.
What's the button I'm looking for?
Not that one. Right? Wrong button.
Oh, wrong one.
That's it. There it is.
There we go. Yeah. Technology busted. All right. Very cool.
All right. Charcuterie time.
All right. So you want to give like a brief overview? I only played it once a year ago. So
Yep. And not much has changed since you played it. So again, this is going live tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Kickstarter.
Link, 11 o'clock real time, Eastern, not your fake time. Click the link so you can be notified when it does go live. So yeah, let's play.
Nice. Is that the cheese bag you're talking about?
This is the draw bag that we have for this one. It's gonna be branded with I guess I can show it here, right? Charcuterie, like the charcuterie the board game on it. But the stretch goal that we want to hit is for it to be a cheese bag. We've been joking about it being a cheese bag the whole time. The prototype that Whitney and Josh had sent up to me over a year ago to start working on this was a cheese bag. So anytime I went anywhere with charcuterie, I always had a cheese bag with me, which was also like eye-catching because people are like, oh, what's that? So yeah, the big stretch goal that we want to hit is just making sure that it comes with a cheese
Will it
bag.
smell like cheese?
No, that's dirty. So I do want to point out
you need to have a cheese spray.
No, that's even worse, man. You're just making
it depends on the cheese.
Making it worse for everybody. Making it way worse for everyone involved.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So the art I mentioned earlier, and I'll mention again, The art is hand drawn. It is watercolor and pencil, and it's just I just touched an olive. It's just beautiful. It's stunning the way that Jola did her art. She'll be live on Sunday with me talking about processes and how she goes about making stuff. Her art's beautiful, but I do want to show off some of the stuff. Like this is an orange, clearly, but is it going to focus? Not going to focus. Can we do it here?
I know that just looks like a drawing. I mean, sorry, it looks like a photograph.
It looks like a photo. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. These are the strawberries.
And you said that's watercolor?
Watercolor, pencil, watercolor.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even know if it translates well on here. Like the meat rose that she did with all the pepperoni.
Yeah.
Like
the strawberries look juicy.
Look at the broccoli.
I don't like broccoli, but that looks like broccoli.
It does.
And cauliflower.
So yeah, the game is an I split, you choose tile drafting game where everyone will be a host of a charcuterie party multiple times depending on number of players. If it's 5 or 6 players, this does play 2 to 6. If it's 5 or 6 players, you'll only host once. Anything else, you will be host twice. And on your turn, you will pull out a certain number of these tiles from the bag and separate them onto what you see over here is this board in however you want them to be. You're the host. You're going to offer the stuff to the guests. So you get to pick how the piles are arranged based on what your objectives are, how you want to score the public objectives, what you think other people may want so they can stay away from the stuff you actually want. And then when you're done separating them into the number of piles based on the number of players, the player to the left will get first pick. The host will get last pick. It will go clockwise around the table. And then the player to the left who got first pick will then be the host, and it'll go around a certain number of times. You'll be placing the tiles on your board based on a couple of overarching rules. Every tile must touch your player board. Every tile must be within the outside edge of the board, unless you're playing with 6 players. 6 players, that has to be within this inner ring. And no tile can be covered by more than half. So you can't cover up the tomato like that. And yes, we understand that scientifically a tomato, among other vegetables, are technically considered a fruit. But for this game, they are vegetables, as noted by the icon on the back. All the tiles have the icon on the back now too, which I don't think you saw at.
No, I didn't. Yeah, right. They were double-sided whenever I saw them before.
Yeah, and now they have. If you notice, they have a different border too. So the tomato's got the green border, and that's got the pink border. So that lets you know what they are at a glance. You can see what type of tile it is as well.
That's good.
So that's it. There are 6 base objectives which are out on the board right now. 1 for each food item. And then there are 2 more of each item in a deck of cards. We recommend playing. Yeah, I mean, it's not professional, Bailey. So we recommend playing with the base objectives just because, starting the game for the first time, just to get used to groups and adjacency and pairs and stuff like that. And then as long as there's 1 of each food tile in the game, you can shuffle out whatever you want at that point. In addition, there are recipe cards. And the recipe cards are certain things that'll get you extra points at the end of the game, depending on how you want to go about it. You'll get 2 of them and be able to pick 1. So I guess I can show you 2, and you can pick whichever one you want.
Sure.
It is secret. I shouldn't know about it, so you can tell me left or right. What?
Yeah. So, show me 1, and then show me the next one, and I'll pick 1 or 2. Just like the eye doctor. 1 or 2. 1.
All right, so I won't look. I'll show you this. Is it on? Can you see it?
You should show it for all of it.
Well, tell me where. Oh,
okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Almost read it out loud. That's funny. Okay.
All right, that was the first one. This is the second one.
Look
at mine.
Okay. I will take 2.
Okay. So these are out. I have mine. You have yours. Am I on camera? No, good. And then we don't need these either. And then I'm going to play around with this board over here.
So that's going to be you split, I choose, right?
Correct. I'm going to put it on this board, then I'll put it back in view, and you can tell me which ones you want. So on the board, you'll notice there's columns of players, stacks, and food tiles. It'll let you know how many to put out and what you're drawing from the bag. Since you're playing a 2-player game, we're going to do 4 stacks of 3 foods each. So it's 12 tiles random from the bag. And then in our game, what we're going to do is you'll pick one first, I'll pick a second, then you'll pick a third, I'll pick a fourth.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
7,
and
8, 9,
you didn't say how they all score. Like, I can't read all those cards over there.
Oh, sure. So I'll start here in the upper left with the bread. The bread is just looking for pairs. They can be anywhere on your board. There are 2 different types of breads in the game. There are circle breads and square breads. So you'll pair them up. They don't need to be adjacent. They don't need to be part of the same group. Just anywhere on your board. If you have a circle and a square, that's a pair. That'll get you 2 points.
Cool.
Moving down to the cheeses. Cheeses want to be in a unique group. So a group is just adjacent connecting.
I remember that.
So as long as you have unique cheeses in a group, the more you get, the more points you'll get. The same thing, I'll skip down to here. The same thing will be with fruit. Fruit want to also be unique in a group. So the cheese and the fruit in the base game score basically the same way. The one in the bottom right is the dips, or bottom left are the dips. There are 4 dips in the game. You just want to have a variety. If you only have one option, that's bad for your guests. You'll actually get negative points. So make sure you have more of the dips on your board. Up here with the meats want to be adjacent to bread. So you want to have like a bread, meat, bread kind of combo. You can max out at 4 points per meat. So you only have 2 breads next to the meats. But a bread can score multiple times for multiple meats. So you can have meat, bread, meat, and that bread will score for both meats.
Gotcha.
And then the veggies want to be adjacent to cheese. So if your unique cheese isn't going well, you want to get them next to veggies, because your veggie cheese pair adjacent next to each other will get you 4 points a pop.
All right. Sounds good.
Mostly makes sense?
Yep.
Clear as mud.
All right. So what are my choices? Are you just making 2 stacks?
I'm going to make 4 stacks.
Oh, okay. I pick one, you pick one, I pick one, you pick one.
Correct.
Okay. Right.
So
and that's how you play 2-player. What's your favorite player count on this one?
Any, really. They all play the same.
Nice, safe answer.
Well, they do, right? Like in a 6-player game, you're doing 6 stacks of 2 tiles, and you're only going around 1, so it doesn't overstay it's welcome. It's not too long of a game, but you're only drafting 2 at a clip. You are a little bit more restricted by that inner circle, but you're only putting 18 tiles on your board. Whereas in our game, we'll be putting 24 on our board, but we'll have the whole thing. So
it looks like you gave me, what is that? Some kind of, what kind of red sauce is that?
That's a fig jam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this one.
Fig jam. I thought you said fake jam. I was like, fake.
Not fake. The tile is fake.
Well, it is fake. Yeah.
So this one down here is fig jam, grapes, and blackberries. The one up is strawberries, blackberries, and hummus. The one up is 2 breads and olives, 2 circle breads and olives. And then you have hummus, supersada, and Colby as cheese.
Nice. Well, I'll take the bottom one, the closest one to you, the fake jam. Sorry, the furthest one from you.
Okay.
I want to make you stand up to get it.
Thanks. Yeah, that's great.
No, mine's on the other one. Because it's below me. See? Yeah, right there. That's mine.
Fine.
Thank you.
So again, placement, every tile has to touch the board, and you can't cover up more than 50%, but your tiles are never locked. So you can change them as we go. So if something else comes up, better, you can move them around as you see fit.
Yeah, just throw them over there for now until things start getting weird.
I'm going to take these. Ooh. Okay.
All right. I'll take the other hummus.
Okay.
Although it'd be funny to leave you with the hummus because you don't need that, right?
No, and I would only have one thing. Yes.
Yeah. Because you want unique dips, right?
Correct. Right now, you're sitting at 3 points because you have 2 unique dips.
I'm already winning. Look at that.
You are already winning. All right, so that's that.
Cool. Weird.
So now it's going to get funny. So 1, 2.
Oh, because I'm the one that have to make the split. Right. Yeah, just put it all out there. I'll figure it out.
Nope. 12. Okay. So this is
We'll
what
call
you
it
got.
group 1, 2, 3, and 4. Group 1 is closest to you.
I'm not doing that. I'm going to let you pick which ones you want.
Okay. You're just going to put all the stuff over there?
I'm going to put them out, and then you could pick where they're going to go.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a method. So you're sitting on 3 cheeses, 4 dips.
How do we know when the game's over?
We'll each host twice.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a fast game.
Yeah. So that's what you got. You got 2 meats, a bread, 2 veggies, 4 dips, and 3 different cheeses.
And you're picking first.
I'll be picking first. You will get last pick.
Okay. The broccoli and cauliflower is 1 piece, right?
Correct.
Just making sure. All right. 3 different cheeses there?
Yep, up here.
It's hard to tell. One of those cheeses looks like a cheese I already have.
Yes, this one.
Yeah, okay. That one, yep.
Parmesan. This is Parmesan.
Right. How about, yeah. All right. How about, neither one of us wants the hummus, right? It's not bad for us to have the hummus, is it?
I mean, it could be good based on your.
It'd be a -1 or something, right? Actually, can I see my card? I don't remember what my card. Oh, no. I remember. Don't worry. All right. Let's see. The cucumber, I imagine, is a veggie, right?
Cucumber is a veggie, yes.
All right. Let's do the cucumber, the cheese closest to you. That one. Yep. What nice white cheese. What kind of cheese is that?
Parmesan.
Ooh. And let's throw a red sauce in there.
Okay.
That's a meat. I meant the jam.
Oh, the dip.
Jam.
Okay.
And then let's put the meat on there.
Nope, it's only 3 tiles.
Oh, okay. Well then, let's do a meat, a veggie. Yep, and let's do the hummus, and then let's do the jam. We be jamming with let's see. What do you have? What do you want? You probably want. There's no fruit on here. You picked no fruit.
Nope.
You don't want any of those. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, how it's organized now looks good. Let's do the jam with the meat and the cheese. Yep, just like that. There you go. That's the groups. What you want? That's interesting. Why'd you take that one?
For reasons.
All right. I'll take the one closest to you.
This one?
Yep.
All right. All right. I'll do this one.
Okay. And I'll take the last one.
Yep. So that's that.
Nice.
All right. So I'll take this back.
I don't know what I have here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
How much? How many points is just 2 fruit?
9, 10, 11, 12. 2 fruit? If they're unique in a group, it's 3 points.
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
Everything.
You don't want that, that's for sure.
You don't know what I want?
I do.
What I really, really want?
What do I want? I have no square bread yet. Interesting.
So does my jam start a new set, which would be minus 3 points?
No, it's not for every set that you have of the thing. It's just if you have this, then you score.
I see.
So you currently have 3 different dips, which is 9 points. If you can get the 4th, which is ranch, then you'll have all 4, and you can stop thinking about it.
Well, it does look like I can get the 4th there.
You can definitely get ranch.
All right. I'll take the. Wait, are those nuts?
They're dates, so they're fruit.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. I'll take that one. Dates, lots of fruit.
My plan is working.
So is mine.
I'm going to do this one. Okay.
Cool. I'll take the other ranch one.
Both ranches?
No ranch for you, sir.
Well, that's fine, but your board's going to get quite tight.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I'm going to be very literal in how you tell me to do it, just so you know.
All
right, so this is going to be the last round.
So I don't get to score the sets twice. That sucks. I want to score that set twice.
Of the dip? No.
Yeah. Although I guess it would suck if I ended up with just one and it got a minus 3 on the other one. So I see why you did that.
12. Okay. So
what is the meat rose thing?
It's pepperoni, but the way you make it, like you fold over the.
No,
pepperoni.
I mean like scoring wise, is it different from the other pepperoni?
No, just the meat. It's there's pepperoni, there's supersada, and there's the meat rose. Just
is there some kind of bonus for like prettiest something or?
Yeah, you win.
Oh, okay, fine. Oh, I'm organizing these. Yeah.
You sure are.
Can I see my card? I kind of forgot what that was. A little bit to your left. Okay. Okay. All right. It's fine. This is our last round.
Is it?
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Put the 2 dips together.
Okay.
With, let me see your board. Sorry, your hand's in the way. With strawberry.
Okay.
And then let's put the carrots and that gross blue cheese together.
I agree with you on that one.
And the square bread, otherwise known as a cracker. Is that not a cracker?
It is.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then let's go cracker, circle cheese, I guess it looks like. No. Let's go, because I don't, yeah, I do, don't I? Okay, never mind. Put the 2 cheeses. Oh, I don't know what to do now. Yeah, screw both of us. Do that.
I mean, you tell me. You said 2 cheeses.
No. That's good. Yep, do that.
Like this?
Yep.
Sure about that?
Yep. Usually don't use pepperoni for meat roses. I've never even heard of a meat rose before. That charcuterie board you have behind you is awesome, by the way. Can you get that in the Kickstarter?
No, you don't.
No, you should. Make that an add-on.
The logistics on getting those around to people with shipping and boxes would be a nightmare.
True.
I don't like what you did here.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No.
For a last round, this is shitty. All right.
All right. Give me the square bread, the cracker.
This one?
Yep. With the gross cheese.
All right. So let's manipulate yours for a minute.
Well, why don't you spread it around? Let me look at it and think about it while you do yours. And then, let me see all the pieces. You do yours off screen, so I can't see what you're doing. And then we'll set mine up, right?
Okay.
Because I got to think about it's a little crowded here. We really like the dips.
Yeah, the dips cause a problem. That's for sure.
I was hoping you'd take those dips.
Well, so just so you know, the board that we have and the tiles that what I'm playing with right now is before we made a little bit more of an adjustment. So the board would be a little bit bigger. The tiles will be I think the dips might be a little bit smaller, so that this doesn't it wouldn't be as hard. But having that many dips definitely makes it challenging.
All right.
What?
Well, do me a favor real quick. Like, if you're going to take that board that you have right there away, can you scoot all of that stuff off onto the black?
What?
Can you scoot all the stuff off of it onto the black?
I like the food?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So,
the dip is something I'm going to have to deal with right off the bat. So if you could just get that off of there, I just want to see what's left once we get the dip on there.
Is it all coming? Can you see it all?
Yeah.
So there's your meats.
Cool.
There's your fruits. There's your cheeses.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
There's a veggie and a veggie.
I got a bunch of veggies. No, not really. A lot of fruit. And then a couple breads.
We got a couple more crackers.
Yeah. All right. So can you do me a favor? Can you put all the dips on it now? Because I got to see what room I have left.
Wasn't this? Why don't you do yours and I'll think about it and then we'll.
Yeah, but I can't think about it if I don't know where I can stick stuff. Is that legal? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all
I just got to see how much.
It's all inside the ring.
Yep.
And no tile is covered by more than 50%.
Oh, well, can you cover it more 40%?
Can. I don't want you to win though, so I need you to tell me, right?
Sure. Cover it as much as possible.
Well,
I don't know how dips do that.
Making sure that each tile is still touching the board. Because if you cover it, eventually it's not touching. So
right. All right, this isn't too bad.
I don't know how.
No. The whole row. Continue the whole row.
Yeah. Okay.
Trying to cheat me there.
I was just making it look a little bit more presentable, man. You got a pretty
screw that
shitty looking board.
No. We got the small charcuterie board here going. I gotta make room. All right, so you do your board while I think about what's going on here. I'm gonna think out loud a little bit. All right, so I've got I have 4 unique cheeses, by the way. Is that right?
You have 4 unique cheeses, yes.
Okay. And the only way to make points is by pairing veggies with cheese, right?
The only way to what? Veggies?
The only way to make points with veggies is to pair them with cheese, right?
Each adjacent pair of 1 veggie and 1 cheese, yes. And you can only score each one in a pair once.
Right.
Instead, the meat with the bread can be scored if it's touching 2 meat. The pairs have to be, they're only counted once.
Okay. So what are the points of 4 unique cheeses?
4 unique cheeses will get you 10 points.
What are the points of 2 unique cheeses?
2 unique cheeses will get you 3 points.
Okay. And what are the points with a veggie and a cheese?
4 points.
Okay, so it's actually better to do veggie, cheese, and then 2 unique cheeses.
Correct. See? You're getting it.
And then I totally blanked when you talked about the food and bread, but it sounded like just do bread, food, meat, bread, meat, something like that.
Yeah, if you can do something like that, it definitely helps.
All right. Well, I think I got to figure it out then. So you do your thing, and I'm pretty sure it'll fit on there. It'll probably fit. I feel like I could stack this cheeses on top of each other, though. See?
Nope.
It'd be a tower of cheese and stuff. Did you say stop talking?
I said no stacking.
Oh, no stacking.
No stacking.
So you can't tell me not to talk.
I mean, I can.
That'd be the worst game ever. No talkie game.
No talking.
Because your mouth is full of food. I'm in a boot, by the way.
You're in a boot?
Yeah, I hurt my ankle. Well, not my ankle, but my Achilles tendon.
What the hell did you do?
I walked.
Good.
I went to the zoo on Thursday. Took a day off. Yeah, I took a day off. It was it was the one day in Texas that things don't melt when you go outside. So
it's ridiculous.
Well, it's gotten a lot better now, but it was getting nice and cool at 90 degrees and then Fahrenheit. And then just like on Thursday, it just went boop, down to like 60. And we were like, whoo, go out to the 65 or something. And then it went back up the next day. So. But yeah, I walked around like 12,000 steps and my ankle isn't used to it, apparently.
Right.
So now I'm in a boot.
All right. Well, now you're going to tell me how to set up your charcuterie
board. Put 2 unique cheeses together.
Anywhere?
Easy. Just put them on the edge of the ranch there. Yeah, there you go.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cover it a little bit more. Yep. Cool. Well, within the rules, obviously.
Right. I'm making sure this is touching the board. Okay.
Yep. All right. And then we're going to pair the 2 veggies I have. Well, we'll do this. Yeah, that's fine. Not that. Put those back. We're going to pair the 2 veggies I have with the 2 other cheeses. What are you doing?
It's a smiley face.
Oh, Kind of looks like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah. What do you want me to do? We'd have to put the carrot.
Yeah. Veggie and cheese.
Where?
I don't know. Right there for now.
Okay.
And cover the cheese a little bit. Cover the carrots a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. And then veggie and cheese again. Got a cucumber somewhere. That's a weird. I guess it depends on the cheese. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, move the. Let's go ahead and complete the circle with the other veggie cheese. There we go. All right. So now let's put the fruit in the middle because they can all kind of stack together in a way, right? As long as it's not covering the other stuff. Well, wait. You can't have those 2 together, can you?
You can. It's just unique in a group. So if these were all touching in a group, this is a group of 4 unique fruits.
Oh, can the strawberry score in any other way?
Not for fruits, no.
If it's by itself, will it score as another set?
No, because a group. No, a group is 2 or more, so no, it wouldn't score by.
Okay, well then it's just taking up space. All right, and then we're gonna do the alternating bread meat thing, right?
Fucked my board. Hold on a second.
You messed your board up too.
Yeah, I moved my arm and hit the board.
I see.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, now remind me of the rules of how this works. It's got to be bread, meat, bread,
basically,
meat.
If it was here,
yeah,
you'd get this meat would score 4 points because you'd have bread and bread next to this meat, so 2-2, and then this bread would also score for this meat, so you'd have 2-2.
Okay, and it doesn't matter what order the square and circle are in, right?
No, because that's just pairs anywhere on your board.
Right, yeah, let's put that on the board, and we should be good.
You're just letting me do this, huh?
Yeah, just squeeze it on there.
That's what she said.
Does that work? That looks like you broke the pairing.
No, because this meat is touching these bread.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right, that's it. That's my happy face board.
It looks pretty good.
See yours.
I'm going to drop it.
That'd be hilarious. Yours is a sad face board.
I have to go opposite of you, don't I? All right. So then we turn this over, and there's a scoreboard, which I love because it's got like crumbs on
Hey,
it.
here's a question. So I'm noticing you paired your broccoli with a cheese, and then that cheese is also touching the other cheeses.
Correct.
Is that cheese scoring both of them?
Yeah, because this is a group. Well, I mean, this cheese is only 2 unique in the group. This one's got 4 unique in that group.
Right, but I'm saying like my cucumber and cheese, can that cheese touch the other cheese and then it score the cucumber cheese and the 3 cheeses of the group?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do that then. And what about, we have another one that does, yeah. So
I'm doing what you want me to do, so I'm not going to try and
I know, but I don't understand the scoring as well as you do.
That's on you, isn't it?
All right, so yeah, there you go. Yes, and then the cucumber on the other side. Awesome. Yeah. I didn't realize you could do that. I thought you had to pick either it's paired or it's with the thing.
No, so there are some
overlaps.
There are some overlaps, but there are some of these cards here that will be only if it says only. So there's one in particular, I think it's meat, cheese, and bread, but it's in a group of only 1 meat, 1 cheese, 1 bread. If any of those 3 items are touching anything else, it's no longer a group of only. Gotcha. So this one just needs to be in a unique group, and a group is contiguous adjacent. So
I like dips. I actually don't like ranch, but I got most ranch.
Well, you're in Texas. I assume you have to like ranches, don't you?
No, I don't at all. But it's true. Everybody else does. I also don't like pork, so I'm a weird person in Texas. I don't fit.
Weird person, no matter what. All right, just because you do a show every Monday with me, that's the only reason. So pick one of these. Oh, you can't see it. Why are they not in camera? That's weird.
What am I picking?
Well, so for our score markers, we have the items, the food items.
Oh, fun. I'll take the broccoli because I hate it.
Perfect. So we'll take. So this is that's just
actually wait. That's confusing because you have broccoli. I don't want that. I will take the.
Doesn't matter.
What's the orange one?
It's 6 food items. It's the 6 food items.
Oh, bread? I'll take the bread.
Bread? Okay.
Yeah.
So it has this normal one for up to 50 points. Then you flip it over for 50 points. And then if you happen to score over 100, you'll get this tile, which you can then call yourself a 5-star chef.
Ooh, nice.
And you go back to the beginning and score.
I will not score over 100.
The highest I've scored is 98.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah. All right, I will do cheese.
That color's way too close. No, I'm kidding. You're fine.
So we'll score bread first, and you're just doing pairs of circle and square. So I
guess I only have 1 pair.
1 pair, right? So the easiest way to do it is just count up your circles, count up your squares. Whichever you have the least of is your number of pairs. So you only have 1 pair, which gives you 2 points. I have 1, 2, 3 circles and 4 circles and 1, 2 square. So I'll get 4 points.
Where you have 4 circles? Oh, because it's over there. Yeah, I see it.
So that is done.
All right.
We'll do cheeses. Unique group of cheeses. You have 4 unique in a group, so you'll get 10 points.
Nice. Well, good game. Looks like I won.
I have 2 here and 4 there. So 2 and 4 is 13 points.
So those you do get multiple points. You do get multiple sets.
Correct. For each unique in a group. So this is a group, and those are 2 unique, and this is a group, and those 4 unique.
Okay.
So that is done. Dips. You have 1, 2, 3, all 4. I only have 2, so you get 15. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
That makes it 27, and I only get 3.
Yeah.
So that helped you out a lot.
You would hope with all the dip.
Meat. for each bread adjacent to meat, and bread can score for multiple meats. So this meat has 1, 2 adjacent bread.
Yep.
This meat has 1, 2 adjacent bread. So
And there's no way that could have circled around for me to make the other bread touch the other meat to have it have 3 breads touch, right?
No, because you're maxed. The
Okay.
part over here specifically says you're maxed out at 4 points.
Okay. Gotcha.
So this is maxed out at 4. This is maxed out at 4. So you get 8. 27 and 8 is 35.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I have this one and this one, same as you. So I also get 8. I'm at 28.
Philip asked who was the lead developer on this game. It plays really smooth.
Thank you, Phil. Phil was our editor. He one of the editors that looked through the rule book and made sure the grammar and the gameplay and everything was solid. And then our graphic designer, Brian, put everything together, and it really is a kick-ass rule book. It's smooth. All right, veggies. So veggies next to cheese. So you have 1 veggie next to cheese, 2 veggie next to cheese. So that gets you 8 points. 28 and 8. Nope, this is you. 35 and 8 is 43.
Yep.
And I also have 1 here and 1 there.
Oh, yeah. I thought those were grapes at first, but those are olives, which you love.
I fucking hate olives.
I'm not a fan of olives either.
So disgusting. All right, and then a group of fruit. So you have a group of 4 unique fruit, which will get you 10 points.
Nice.
43, 53. Good job.
Ooh.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 unique. So that gets me 10 points as well.
I'm a 2.5-star chef.
So that is that. You're 2.5 stars. Very good. And now your recipe card. So my recipe card was mild and mellow. I wanted to collect. Well, that's not the right way to do that, huh? I wanted to collect those type of cheeses.
Nice. And
So
then you got all 3?
I get 3 points per cheese of that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you went hard for those cheeses.
Yeah, well, I really like cheese. So I don't have any Gouda, but I have 3 cheddar and I have 2 Colby. 1, 2 Colby and 1, 2, 3 cheddar. Wow. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 points. So 46 and 15. 56, 5, 61.
All right.
Is that right? Ugh. All right, and then yours. Ready for ranch.
Yep.
So you get 10 points because you have more
yeah. If there were more people, that'd be better card. But
13. So you got me by 2 points.
Woo!
One bit of cheese would have done that.
Yeah. I started worrying because the first 2 plates had no ranch. Yeah. And I was like, oh no. Yeah. Like I can't slow play and then 2 come out and I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I get those 2 because.
So if this goes away for a second.
Yeah, this is a fun game. You can play it several rounds.
Yeah, it really, I mean, it plays, and you play it in 10, less than 15 minutes.
A little harder to play when you have to tell someone how to group it, but I think we made it work.
Those are still all in the game.
Okay. How many other ranch were there?
There are 108 tiles divvied up. I think there's 4, maybe 3.
Okay.
I think there's 4. There's another.
So it is a good idea that I took that 3rd one. Like I was thinking, well, if there's 4, I better not,
Yeah, if it comes out, you need it to come out. Right? But there's a tomato.
Oh, nice.
Like look at the art. It's still a little blurry, but my God.
Yeah. You can see the little seeds.
It's beautiful. So you got me by 2 there, buddy.
Nice. Well, I didn't win the first time I played it, so now we're even. I don't remember if you won that game though.
Probably
actually,
not.
I don't think you played. I think you just taught it to me and 2 other players.
Yeah, I think I just taught it. I played it a lot at the gathering, but I don't think I played it with you. Yeah, so that's the game. So yeah, it plays quick. It again we can redo this as another base game and play through it. But like for instance, here's another fruit setup. And you get, for each pair of matching fruit, you get 7 points. So those 2 strawberries now become 7 points instead.
That would have been nice.
Or for this one, for dips, for each group of only a dip and bread that has 5 or more breads. So now if you're heavy on bread with a dip, every dip that has 5 or more breads is going to score you 21 points. So they vary, and here's the other dip one. So depending on the dip that you have, ranch and hummus is looking for veggies next to it, and jam and tapenade are looking for bread next to it, and you get point for them being adjacent. So it changes up the game, it changes up the puzzle. As long as you have one of each food type in the game, you can just shuffle up the gourmet objectives in with the base, or just play with the gourmet, or however you see fit.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good game. Well done. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, Chris just beat me by 2 points.
Which means it's a good game.
There you go. Yeah. Perfect.
Had I lost, I won't talk about it.
And then so you had the more ranch than your neighbor. There's the more hummus than your neighbor. And so each of those have a thing, but it could also be the vegetarian, where you want to have the fewest meats on your board.
that's what I avoided. There was one have the fewest bread.
Right.
That was going to be harder to pull off.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it was less points.
Well, depending, right? Like that got you.
Oh, no. I guess I could have gotten 15 with that, yeah.
Yeah. If you keep it to 3 or less, you'd get 15, which you had 3.
Yeah. Well,
so you would have gotten 15 points for that.
So I could have beaten you better.
You could have beaten me by more points, yes. Yeah, so that's charcuterie.
Very fun. Yeah, you guys should do really well with this. It's a good game.
Hope so.
Who was your graphic designer?
First name is Brian. I'm lapsing. If DeVito's still watching, I'll pop his last name in the chat. I don't know what his last name is.
He did a great job.
Yeah. The rule book looks great. The way that this is like that deli kind of slate, right? Where you're drawing it with the chalk and the colored chalk and everything.
Very cool.
It's a really good, I mean, even this with the board, if you look at the serving board, the way he put the crumbs on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, they did a great job. So, congratulations.
All right. Well, thanks for playing it.
Thank you for playing it.
We'll just leave it as its own little thing there. So it's starting at 10 o'clock real time Central Time and 11 o'clock fake time Eastern Time.
Yeah, so the whole 3WS team is on the East Coast. We go by East time, real time. So it's 11 o'clock our time. You can adjust however you see fit. I don't even know what that would be for Alan, because Alan doesn't do so he's an hour.
I think he's matched your time right now because we just adjusted, right?
No, he was waiting. No, he was waiting an hour earlier.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
So he's now in line with your time, not Eastern time.
Gotcha.
I think.
Yeah. Time is a weird thing. It's wibbly wobbly.
He might be an hour ahead. Ugh. Time changes. What happened, Matt? What?
Yeah, burglars? Weird.
Oh, no.
I didn't think they did that kind of thing in Canada. Did they leave a "I'm sorry" note at least?
Oh my God!
Got to throw a little Canadian humor in there when Matt shows up, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah. So you're launching tomorrow. Good luck with that. I think you guys should do really well.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Someone stole the planters in front of the shop. Some people. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, charcuterie. Do you know how much do you know how many pledges you have and what those are going to be like?
Yeah. So the main there's a main pledge of 1 copy, which is $29.
Oh wow, that's really affordable. Yeah.
Yep, $29, and then there's a pairing which will be for 2 copies, and then there's a soiree which will be for 6 copies. So if you have, thinking about gifts or giving it to people that are really into charcuterie, there are multiple levels, and then the retailers can reach out directly to us.
If you buy 2 copies, can you play a 12-player game? I wouldn't want to wait for the person to create the split, because that would be, you'd have to make 12 splits of, that seems insane.
No,
I don't think you would want to do that.
No, it wouldn't work. I mean, in a 6-player game, you're starting with 6 tiles on your board, and then you're pulling 12 more. So you're only putting 18.
That's great.
Oh, come on.
So like the guy wheeled him up, and he probably grabbed it and put it in his lap, and they took off. I think now I kind of like it. I want to see that show. I want to see that thieving team, bank robberies, everything. That'd be
unbelievable.
It's weird. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you because
that's just an awful image. I don't even know what I was talking about now. I just have this planter wheelchair thief in my.
The link to follow the Kickstarter is in our descriptions.
Yep.
Or obviously, if you're watching this after the day, then that link should take you to the campaign. So go check it out. Back, double back, quadruple back.
The soiree. Yeah, it goes November 7th, depending on when you're watching this. It's live November 7th. It is only a 14-day campaign. It is going to be quick. So we're not making it longer than it needs to be. But again, the stretch goals and stuff, we're not adding certain art or adding food tiles or adding recipe cards. Everything is in the game. There's no like, oh, well, you missed out on the strawberries. Like, that's not, it's all in there. The only thing that's going to be upgraded is the component, like the quality of the components, a thicker board. So when you're passing it around, it's got more, it's got more thickness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you're just doing 12 tiles, a pile of 1. I don't know if that's really.
Yeah, because part of the fun of this is going, okay, they don't want, like, this is a dead piece to Mike, and I want this, so I'm going to put them together so that maybe he won't choose it, and like I can kind of use it, those kind of things. If it was all just single pieces, you couldn't. Yeah. Then it'd just be a you choose.
It's just you choose.
No splitting.
Yeah. I guess you could just do it with 12 individual tiles, but that's not really fun.
It's called Sagrada.
Yeah. Yeah, even that's got a choice, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so
great game.
o'clock. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. I mean, we're looking forward to it. They did a great job on the design, the way the game functions and plays, and the points have been adjusted throughout with play testing and stuff. So it's been baked, pardon the pun, it's been baked pretty well. So it's ready to go.
Nice. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much our show.
Yeah.
Fast show today. Only 2 hours as opposed to our normal 3.
Only 2 hours. We're the top 5. That's not bad.
It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, next Monday we have I'm gonna say tabletop kids table board games. Yeah.
Yep.
I told you I was already scatterbrained at the beginning of this.
We'll have Sean on next week showing us Wasabi, which launches the day after the show. So we have Charcuterie this week and it launches tomorrow. And then next week we'll have Wasabi and they're launching on the 14th. So they'll be launching the Tuesday after as well. I'm really, no joke, I know they're on the show and Sean's a friend, but Wasabi is a favorite of mine from when Z-Man had it. And it's been Z-Man? I don't know why I said Z-Man. It's been out of print for a while, so I'm very happy that Elena got the rights to redo it. So
very cool.
Looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Anything else you want to throw at them before I hit the buttons?
Tomatoes? Can I throw tomatoes at them?
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming by.